Welcome back to my channel, guys. I've brought you another video about my MK5 Golf, which I've engine swapped for a PD150 engine after the original BXE engine blew up. So this video is just behind the scenes of the first video. If you have seen the first video, that's great. If you haven't seen it, please go check it out. But yeah, it's just behind the scenes of the engine swap, so you guys get a better idea of what it takes to do such conversions. So any of the PD105 engines, you can apply this video for the most part, and you should be good for the conversion for a PD130 or a PD150. So I'm not going to bore you guys with too much talking now, and I'll let you get straight to the video, and hope you guys enjoy it. This is Abdal jumping in while editing to give you guys a bit more context on what happened here, because the camera battery died, so you wouldn't know. But basically we were trying to leverage the engine to a side because the gearbox mount was getting stuck on the chassis. So we were trying to have the engine side higher than the gearbox side so we can lift it out at the angle. But while doing that, while leveraging it, the bolt, the bolt unscrewed itself and it flew off, and then the gearbox, the whole engine was just hanging on with one chain. So I kind of had to hold it up while Abdul was screwing the bolt back in, and we managed to somehow get it out, as you would see in a second. But that's basically what happened, and I'm gonna go back again. So we had to take a bit more off than we expected, because that's literally everything is empty, but that's an engine. It's out now, so there we go, all in there. And now we're gonna place it in the garage, wait for the new engine to arrive. It's gonna be here in a few days, and put it back together. The reason we're swapping it, not just because I wanted to, it's because the rod snapped in half, and it shot a hole through the block. And if you come around to the back, so over here, I think the impact or the shock or whatever it was, broke the block here at the back side as well. So this is in two different pieces. I'm gonna carry on stripping the engine because I think I said that before, a lot of the things are gonna have to used from this onto the new one. So I'll carry on stripping this in the meanwhile. I'm waiting for the new engine to arrive. You see this hole, that's for the crankshaft sensor. The new one will not have a hole here, so this hole will need to be drilled through it to make the sensor fit. This is the same, the mounting is the same, but the sensor is not here. On the new engine, the sensor is around here. So guys, after a long wait of 4 days, the new engine is finally here. Well, the used new engine. So this is the old one, and that is the old one, and this is the new one. It's got mostly everything attached to it, but unfortunately nothing is usable, and they literally just chopped everything in half. So first things first, we'll get this one stripped down and get the things over from this one to this one. So guys, this is just taking longer than expected, because there is no timing belt cover sticker. Like, there's usually a sticker here which has the engine code on it, but there's no sticker there, so I just assumed it's the correct one. And then I went down to remove the clutch, because you need to make a hole over here for the crankshaft sensor. I see that, I don't know if you can see it on the camera, you probably can't, but over there where my finger is, there it says ATD, which is the wrong one, because I need ARL. So this is going to be returned, and a new one will be here in a couple of days again. which is a bit annoying, but I'd rather have the correct one. It's worked out a bit differently than planned. I think I'm giving you guys an update like over a month after the last one. Basically what happened is, I know I told you guys that the wrong engine was sent and it took like 2 weeks to be collected. Yeah, it got collected, but then the guy didn't have the original engine which he was meant to send, and it was really just difficult to find a good engine. And now I'm with my boy Madood, first time on the channel, and oh yeah, you've just got a peek of the engine in the back. So we've just picked it up, but now we're on our way back, and as soon as we're back I'm gonna start stripping this one, start stripping that one. Also, this is without the turbo, because that was another thing. It was just too difficult finding one with a turbo for a decent price. Like, I've just planned to use my old turbo and maybe upgrade it later if I want to, but for now I'm just going to use the old turbo, get the car running at least. I'm just happy we finally got an engine again. It's been a long day. We finally got the engine out of that. Oh yeah, the engine cover, the most important thing. I plan to strip this engine down and swap stuff over now, but as you can see it's very, very dark and it's like almost 10 o'clock now, so we'll get started with this tomorrow because I have an exam tomorrow. So after that we'll get working on this and get this, not that one, this one into there. Only thing that's staying on this is the oil filter housing, and I think everything else will be swapped over apart from these gears and stuff. So the camshaft gear needs to be replaced, crankshaft sensor needs to be replaced, which is down there, that one. So a hole needs to be drilled through like on that to make it fit, and basically everything's got to be removed, stripped down to a bare block. That's got to be stripped down to a bare block. Then we swap the things over and get it back in the car. You can see that those two screws are rounded. We started drilling into them, but I don't want to mess with them too much, so we're gonna go on the other side and do this part first. So this is what I was telling you guys about earlier. Rear main seal, and on the BXE engines there's a sensor, the crankshaft sensor is over here and it comes through this hole. So we make a hole, well there is no hole in this, but we basically drill a hole here and make enough space for the sensor to fit through. This is the progress I've made so far. You can see my finger on the other side now. I'm gonna connect all these holes and cut the big part out, see if anything will fit through that. We've managed to make the hole, I think, just big enough, but we got space for the sensor, and we had a stripped bolt on the camshaft pulley, crankshaft pulley, which we managed to get out. Look at that. This has been through some stuff, and we don't have much to do anyways until the timing belt arrives. So I'll see you guys once it's here. Everything's off from this, ready to go in here, and still need to do the timing belt, sorry, because it's still not here. So as soon as that's arrived, I'll do the timing belt, and hole is pretty clean. Pick up a matte paint over it just to make it look a bit nicer. And here I've got the original rear main seal from the PD150 without the sensor, and this is the new one. I had to get a new, like the whole new part, because I broke the old one while taking it off. So here's the old one. Normally you would just get the new seal, but I got the new, well, the whole piece. And now we're just going to install it on. Firstly, we take this thing off, and I've just broke it, which is not important because we're not going to use it again anyways. So now you will see that there's a notch, and there's a little hole over here, so that hole is supposed to sit right on top of it, and it will click into place just like that. And now you screw this in, so the top one and both of these on the sides. So now we know for sure that it's lined up. Get it just tight enough, not too tight. So this black one is for diesel, which we will obviously use, and this one is for petrol, which we are going to ignore. So we screw this all the way back and push this part to the front. Then there's 8mm Allen keys, which will which come out the front well over here, and these screw into this top hole and the bottom hole. So get that lined up. I've got my Allen key down here. Just gently screw it in, just enough so you can't tighten it with the head anymore, I guess. And a little bit more on the bottom one. That's hand tightened, and this is almost hand tightened. That's hand tightened as well. You take a 24mm spanner and you just tighten it slowly. Make sure it's lined up with the pan so it's not hitting it, and just carry on. And if you feel like you got stuck, then like I just did, loosen it a bit, and there you go. So it's going straight over the pan. Yeah, just get the clutch on, gearbox on, that's it, and then we are ready to put this in the car. And one more thing, I'm just going to show you guys how much clearance I've got for the sensor. So there we go, that's about how much space we got, and I can also swap it if I have to, so I've got enough space to get a screwdriver in and unscrew that and put it in. So over here I've got about 2-3mm clearance, which is plenty for this sensor, or for the plug for this. And I'm just going to leave the original one in as like just a plug, because we don't want oil leaking out of it. We've got the flywheel on. Just a little trick for you guys, because obviously the flywheel is going to spin when you're trying to torque them down. What you can do is take the big bolt from the starter motor, take your transmission bolt and stick this one just here, so it kind of looks like this, and it stops the flywheel from turning. And yeah, pretty useful little trick. We're actually at the last step of putting this engine in, so everything is mounted to it. Turbo is on, gearbox, basically literally everything is on. It's just about putting the engine in. This oil filter housing is slightly different from the original one, so I don't know how the boost pipe is going to go around it. We'll figure it out once it's in. Engine is in. We mounted the mounts up, and yeah, now it's just a matter of plugging back everything. We're finally ready to start this thing. Everything's connected. There's just like 2 boost pipes missing, that one around here and one here. I just haven't put this one in because of the big oil filter housing, so I'm just gonna figure out something to do about that. How are the injectors plugged in?
They're plugged in, no?
This smells really badly.
Wait.
This not got enough battery.
Ready?
First time! Yes! So, as you can see, I think it's coming from the oil filter housing.
It pushes it.
Guys, there is still a leak. I thought it wasn't, but there is. So, I think I just didn't do it tight enough. Well, luckily, the leak is not coming from the gasket anymore. It's just the turbo feed line was not tight enough, so I'm going to tighten that and run it again. There's no more fresh oil leak. So upon further messing around, we have figured out that the new / used pipe does not fit. So I'm going to have to get one custom made. Anyhow, I'll come back to you guys once I've got something that can get this car on the road. This is the solution to the pipe not fitting. So I've kind of done some adjustments and I've made the PD150 pipe kind of fit. There's one slight issue, which is that these teeth on here are up and downwards, and on this one they're to the sides. So to fix that, we're going to use the original one, which was here. But the problem with the original one is it's too long, because this comes further up, because well, the original PD105 one cuts off about here and this one goes up to this much. So basically we need to shorten it. Bro, the cat is not going to fix the car, okay?
It's gonna make the video more enjoyable though.
So I'm going to cut this bit further up, this one bit further down, like probably about this much. Join them together. As you can see, guys, engine bay is complete. Oh, actually there's like small little thing like air pipe that goes there and it connects to this, but I just haven't put that in. Apart from that, all in. Exhaust is still off, so let's hear what it sounds like without the exhaust. First try, as always. I'm just so happy with the car, how it's turned out so far. Well, also with the work I've done into it, because I did not really think I would be able to do it when I first started it. And yeah, but it's just pulling through with it and getting it done. Hopefully it stays running good though, and I'll get you guys more content of it. I still need to bleed the clutch, so I'll get that done and then we'll take it for a road test. The engine light has cleared itself automatically. I literally did not do it, so it's just the steering. I'm going to turn it left and right all the way. So look, oh no, I think it's got to be driving when you do it, so it will do it. But yeah, engine light literally cleared itself as I was talking. So yeah, this is how it sounds on the inside, which is pretty normal, but obviously the exhaust is off, so it's a bit louder. But with the windows up, sounds pretty fine. But yeah, I'm so happy. Unfortunately, I did have to replace the slave cylinder because the old one was leaking. But look at this, clutch goes all the way down, comes all the way back up by itself. I'm gonna take it for a little test drive, take you guys with me, and see how it drives. It's been running for about 20 minutes now. It's perfectly fine. And yeah, we're gonna take it for a further drive, test all the gears if it goes into all the gears, because obviously it's a new slave cylinder and the new clutch. It is a bit dirty on the inside, don't mind that, but so far I've only driven like half a mile, but it's been driving good. I haven't had the chance to go over third gear. So far it's been driving very, very smooth. Thank God. So we've got a bit more open road ahead of us. I'm going to do a little pull, obviously not too much. This is like half throttle in third gear, and it's decently well. It's shifting very smoothly, so the gears are like not getting stuck anywhere. But I'm just so happy with how it's turned out. So that's it for the video, guys. It's not too complicated. It's just a lot of hard work with the engine swap. So yeah, I hope I could help you guys with this, and if you enjoyed it, please leave a like, leave a comment what you would like to see next, and subscribe for more. I'll see you in the next one.